recommendation
Come take a look.
is the
There will
steak.
definitely be something that catches your eye.
You want me on your team?
Everybody stand back! Shine down! Torn to oblivion! Catch an epic wave! And away I go! There is no escape! Make my escape. down!
Let's light it up!
Let's shred, Sharky!
I'm going in! Huh?
Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Adventure time! Weather is not bad today. Oh, crud. I jinxed it. Now it's bound to rain.
Shine down! Gotta dash! Illusion shattered!
Let's light it up!
Check this out! Best of luck!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Huh?
Torn to oblivion! Shine down! Carving waves! Illusion shattered!
Let's light it up! Ow! Adventure time!
Let's ride! Need a surfboard? Illusion shattered! Ninjutsu!
Let's light it up!
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
Ad Astra. Thank you for
Haven't you heard? There's a strange walker.
It's been getting quite busy recently. All the world holds dear is but backdrop of constant motion. I stand with Carbon waves!
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Woo! Constant over the centuries.
Hard work is all
But
there
human
is
life
to
is
the
like the
craft.
dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water.
No wonder you imagine.
Transitory.
You're high up. Let's ride! Need a surfboard? Off we go. Fast! Need a surfboard? Bye! Make my escape cut.
Make my escape. Caravan rebot. Now let Paimon think. Oh, Paimon remembers. So much time. Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time. And then Nahida won't have any more new problems. Yeah, guess you're right. Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble. Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out. Anyway, for Nahida's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. But never mind.
I just finished a commit. That's when I saw you two all the way over there. Chat. Huh? You serious? Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess bumping into you like, hey.
Thanks, but no need. Oh,
Sounds good. All you need to do to... So, when are you leaving?
oh, wait a sec.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a go... Though, now that I think about it...
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida? Oh,
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come...
goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
so much on your own, but with a group, anything's possible.
Whew. After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port. Wow! Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine. Paimon's heard that the industry here, just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think? Good idea! Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point. Yeah! The more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that... To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the...
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Excuse me. Can I help you two? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hi! We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking.
Play?
Really?
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
But,
And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the...
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, Paimon's curious. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what...
Oh, that's easy.
In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult.
Huh.
No, late.
That's right.
Huh. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is...
Yeah,
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon.
Yes, you're...
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of...
Alright! I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Hey! What are you looking over there for? Huh. Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her.
The most important part of going out to have fun is, well, going out. So just show up and I'll handle it.
Huh?
Oh,
About many. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would.
you're pointing at the sea. Wait,
No people call the. And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memory. He would skip and jump, tossing. But now.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh,
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking. Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason. So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs...
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now. Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler. And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poop...
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Oh, all right then. Well, Paimon's just by the way. We were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things. Please, follow me. You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
So, she's the Hydro Archon?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and his companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Is she talking about us?
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am, of course, seeking an... I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro. And...
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro... Miss Hydro Archon? How did...
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only you had best stop and consider.
Whoa. Talk about sounding high.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the...
Wow, I didn't expect to see wait, does this...
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that...
Of course.
Ooh,
Yes, but don't... You may
now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Are you not afraid?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clorend. I admire his bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. He is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be...
Oh, yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that...
On Araneus, criminals...
You see.
Whoa.
Right. This is Fontaine, after all.
Why do you care so much? Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in...
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to...
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
You call that obvious?
Precisely! Now, if you two have...
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition.
You tell her, Linny! Finally...
As a magician who... So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did Linny do that?
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as...
Huh? I'm not...
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny.
Performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring... But when there are valid grounds, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance.
And just like that, she's gone! Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. He never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little... So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
It will actually be my first time performing on the most
Isn't the Opera House...
when there are no public trials being held, and speak...
My brother's old.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now.
Splendid. In that case... Oh, you really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic puck.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked me... I'm not sure It says that every person in Fontaine is born until one day, the water levels in the end, the people will all...
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed...
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Many places have already been.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off. We hope that at least as a magical eye...
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing...
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
Carving waves!
I don't want... Life is all about living...
You should still take it.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that...
So you're the blonde... Oh, thanks.
What's this?
What? You mean you don't believe...
No, I believe in the prophecy. The story said, but as time wore... So,
Oh.
all right, I'll...
Let's ride!
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, yes, but that...
Is there anything else?
Yes, one...
So, you wanna...
Oh, that would be...
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect Romaritime flowers. Huh?
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced. Maybe next time you'll.
No, wait.
Fine. Though the performance.
So, we're going to the court of fun.
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her?
Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. Watch her move.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run. All right, let's go.
Need a surfboard?
Let's ride! This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her? Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other. What should we do? Should we chase her? You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away. Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief. Yeah, let's go.
Faster! Off we go.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're...
No, that was all. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right.
I saw the general.
Oh,
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're... but at least we were able to get the...
what a slippery...
All right, let's...
Let's ride! So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an...
This is an awkward... It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
So you mean it's still boring, even when I'm riding with you?
No, that's not what I meant. Besides, it...
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Oh, excuse me! Aren't you the great magician Linny? And his assistant Lynette?
Hello. I don't believe we've...
I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh?
It's an honor to meet.
Wait, could that be be the legendary traveler who's been making headline after headline in their journey across Tibet?
Amazing!
Wow, today must be my day. Who knew I would end up on the same boat as...
So, Charlotte, what do you usually report on?
Well, when there isn't any breaking news, you can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days. That's fine and all, but what I'm really after is exclusive sensation. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a...
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
That's right! These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious if I'm the first with the draft ready. Oh! When that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of...
So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found?
That's right! The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago. And ever since, but the scariest part is that many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case. But shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen. Yes, it's possible.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear.
Please don't imagine.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
Well, I really enjoyed...
Yeah, us as well.
Oh, I haven't...
Okay,
Bye now. Oh,
what a tough job. Always running around.
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first?
Sure, we...
whoa! Ah. Whew.
Does this big machine run on clockwork too? Off we go, carbon waves!
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did...
Oh.
I see. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound...
Lenny, could you come here?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me? Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more material.
Yes, I went.
That's our friend.
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't...
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about. It said that when I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
If it's an element... Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood.
Sorry. It rained for longer than I suspected.
Was there something you needed to do?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aquabus. On the day of the performance, just ride the aquabus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Oh, are you leaving now?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. Perhaps we could... I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted. And the...
No trouble at all!
Sorry for the...
Oh, no need...
Take a guess.
Flavor and nutrition.
Take a guess. I'll take a guess.
Find that balance between flavor.
Take a guess.
I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards.
Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
Welcome to Palais Mermonia.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made?
Oh, no.
Ah, these must be from Magic Pocket. No need. But they
Whoa. So,
I can't say for sure, but
hey, is this...
why use your hands when a machine?
But where does a big
Well, but basically...
Huh?
Well, I'm not... When a trial is...
So that's what its other funk... But... Paimon still doesn't get it. How could some... Oh, yeah. So that...
Even though I've never... Besides Indemnitium, it isn't produced...
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away.
You again?
Yeah, but
Huh?
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop.
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, why don't you... If Confreri of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank...
you're from Northland Bank.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine?
Long story short. But it seems that either way you look at it...
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting.
Hey, you...
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
You kidding? Listen to me,
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way,
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys!
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients. You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay? Riptide! You can run, but...
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank? Wait, don't tell me you're...
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Got it? Huh?
Now's my chance!
Huh. That was weird. I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Strange.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I...
So what are you doing in...
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood. But recently... That is a... I can't remember if it was during that time I learned nearly... She was always quiet. One time, because I had a...
But what is it?
She never explained in my dream.
A whale? Oh, that's a...
That's just an app. It takes that shape because the scene...
So you used the whale as inspiration for... So why don't you just go ask your master?
You make it sound so... But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Yeah, Oh, see...
What?
No.
Official...
Yep. In Fontaine, before a criminal goes to... The champion duelists are all so engaging, and the worst case... Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty. From what I can tell, no... So really, the...
So,
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens. Besides, apparently the one...
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before. Clorand. Huh.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have this.
Huh? Your vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel, so I think I'll be better off without it for now. Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon. Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the... sorry. The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more... well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon... Oh, Lenny said that the Opera House is on Aranias, so let's go ride the Aqua Bus!
Need a surfboard?
Whoa! Now this is fancy! The Opera Epiclese. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Vache.
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water. When he asked me to wait.
Right.
What do you mean? There are.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
I see. I might be able to tell. In fact,
It's because of his sensitivity to the hydro element?
when do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will. So maybe what you heard was the intent.
So, what did the voice say? Huh.
Rather than worrying, don't let that
Oh, right. Let's ride! I wonder where humans come from.
No two cases.
Traveler in Paimon, good to see you. I knew you'd.
Are you kidding?
But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the. The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations.
Ooh, front rows.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thinking.
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there.
Yeah, we'll just... Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Ah, you little... Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh, so you heard all of that, did wait, that's not it, Paimon's, sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking, oh, Paimon's got...
A friend?
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny, then. Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat. And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linny. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, Nervillet? Could he be...
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later, otherwise she may become flustered.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real... Oh! They're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem...
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that both Lynette and myself have removed our visions.
Oh, good point. That's what...
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will... I know you might miss her, but don't worry. Oh, and before you never know what can happen in the blink of... A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear. or appear. The possibilities are endless. Huh? But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear?
If we could see easily through his trick to appreciate magic.
Guess you're right.
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member. Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow! How's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector. It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you. You don't need to do if the magic isn't.
Oh.
All right, like this. 60, 59, 58. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box. Oh, and no
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count that.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59. 60! That's right, perfect.
54? Why aren't you counting?
I am counting in my merely a consequence of my identity and personality.
Oh, alright. You look so serious that 40! 30!
Mr. Linney, are you all...
Yes, I'm fine. He would be a disaster.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all. What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, that's
25! 24! What's wrong, Miss...
I seem to have...
Never mind the...
No, that's...
19!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a... 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
10!
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
What happened? Huh? Is this part of the show? Mr. Linney, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box.
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits! No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough. Unfortunately, apparently the fireworks on stage as of now, and after an initial search of the air, it appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance, and there are many
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me?
Oh, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen. Now that I...
The Kemp, he was in the box on the stage the entire time. We could even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute a...
I just think that he... Well,
What would lady?
A kidnapping.
That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Linney, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met. Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Linny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place?
It wasn't a draw.
I understand. Well, Traveler, seems Lady... Are you willing to act as Mr. Linny's attorney and defend him? Very well. Linny and his troop are... The audience may begin to leave in an or...
A day is...
Sorry about it.
Of course!
Yeah, I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. I understand. I'm sure everyone sees... I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was... As for how that girl... Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself...
Which is precisely why we need to investigate! As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible. Paimon bought them, don't worry.
I think they look...
You have good taste, Lynette!
That's the right attitude. Feeling... But with the guards watching, good thing you agreed to be our attorneys.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, just leave it to us. Oh, since we're going to...
Oh, well...
The secrets behind our magic are past saving.
I suppose... 'Tis true. But if revealing... We should go somewhere...
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation team... Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
I see.
Huh?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troop, the assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box. This is the real... However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under all these factors lining up so perfectly. If anything, the more...
But he doesn't have a motive!
Are you both good...
Well...
So in just a short time, he was not only able... I know there's no such thing as magic. I've seen a lot of cases. And I can tell you... Sorry, Anyway, you mean...
The investigation...
See?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
You're trying to help them?
Linny used the machine... Well,
It turns out, I'm sure you already... In other words, Linny knew...
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us, too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Whoever the people needed to register. So this is the rope that broke it. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler? Whoa. Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind... Wait! Hello there!
The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the miss. Sure. Her name is Halsey. Apparently, she wasn't the magic troupe member. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all. That's how it seems to us, in any case.
Okay then.
No need to be so. It is of utmost.
I see that you're investigating the area. If you find any...
We don't have too many... The FUD?
Yes, exactly. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath. So no one paid it much mind. I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or... And when the pirate...
Wait...
Perhaps the balance wasn't... Oh, that's true.
That does...
Linny's still talking to the... I think someone... Linny's still talking to the... I think someone...
Hey, you! Yes, both of you.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also...
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
From mediating and I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second...
My apologies, Demoiselle.
No. Okay. All merely trifling details. That's right. I've always kept an eye on the judging from the look of things.
Really? We think so too! That's why we're looking for clues now! But...
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled... Farina sure was quick to point the... But that's... Anyway.
Sounds more...
Well, what's your opinion? All right.
Wait a minute!
Well, I say it does. But don't worry. You won't... In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like a...
Well?
And why would that be?
Most astute, no matter how one... And if that can be...
All right, now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall...
Wait! Since when did we become a...
Oh,
That's more like it.
Far be it from... You wish to...
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? got something on your mind?
I have nothing to add.
Oh,
We'll be making some
Sorry, but.
were you always.
Yes! So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least. I doubt.
How can you be so.
Well, because I was in charge of security near the. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. But still, I did not abandon my post. And I stayed put no matter how loud we
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This will be useful info. We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards.
Speaking of that,
I can see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic.
You need not worry about...
Oh, right.
speaking of that,
I can see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic.
You need not worry about such...
Oh.
Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh?
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitored.
Very good.
You may spare the...
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? Sorry, I got a little carried away there. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helper?
Well, let's just say we're tagging.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secret. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic, remembering the detail. Ah, good eye. That said, you're...
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice.
Very good indeed. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic book?
I knew you'd figure out the 2 magic... See this the box with the...
This trolley can...
I see.
Precisely.
So that's how you...
Once the box with... The audience member would only be able to feel some slight
Right.
Ah, yes. My assistant and I...
And what about
I was in the...
Oh.
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant.
I mean, and that's my favorite part of this trick.
So that's how it all worked. Wow.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area. And the trick would be... But as you saw, Cal was in the box.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that And yet, to think that someone was... Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Looks like of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of...
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have...
Whatever.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why...
Oh! Paimon knows! And here's a broken...
Oh, her clothes are here. But
right! Ugh. What is this place?
It seems someone could...
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of... Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that down. Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
yes, let's head back up. Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place...
Apologies for the wait.
So, what did the guards say? Did the
They believe the odds of that are very low. The guards have...
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber that...
In other words...
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are...
That's right. This is how a trial goes. That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, to put it simply...
This also precludes any kind of favor...
Once both sides, then, finally, the oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns...
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought Neverlet called the...
In practice, there is...
Huh?
Because we've...
They're concerned, and even if that were not so, it could prove
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa! There's no need for that!
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack...
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I mean, what better way to properly...
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Just kidding! Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh? Here? But how?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Wait, you're carrying...
Yes,
I have eggs, sugar...
Good work.
These three are quite the interesting group. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, but you ended up doing the entire...
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your...
Well, I don't think it's... Don't underestimate beating egg. Anyway, give the...
Only 3?
Well, eating...
Tea is ready to be served as well. No need for concern.
All right, then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be... However, we can assume the magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course. but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
The flower vase and the thud we heard, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen,
Paimon thinks that makes...
true, but the only...
Could Halsey have secretly made modifications?
That's right. And even if she had tampered, nor does she have any...
From the sound of things, your macarons are amazing.
They are my specialty.
What? 5?
Please don't worry about it. At my...
No, besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach!
All right, we get it. Malus, set up the stove again, if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Exactly. We don't...
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Well, that's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you... It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
Alright, thanks for your help, and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
Alright, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare. Do? The whole situation is so confusing. Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
To be honest?
No. We're
Well now, don't you all look disappointed. That was to be expected, but don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident. Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident.
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that You ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina.
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying. There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And...
The roaring countdown of the crowd.
And you didn't hear anything?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so...
Huh?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that...
I was right by the box, and I definitely...
Look at those scales. Could those...
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
The House of the Hearth?
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatu.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
That's irrelevant. Our identity...
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell... Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord. Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Are these claims true? Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is their...
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense in that case. My dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
Well, this is awkward. I'm sorry, Traveler and
Yeah.
Paimon just knew it. We based our entire reasoning on the... Not to set the wrong tone or anything.
I'm very sorry. I know you've clashed with the Vatui several, but our organization...
Right now, we want to see...
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about Right. You met a but still.
Sorry.
Well, you both say that, but... Right.
Of course. We've been trying to during our investigation from that moment up.
Is that what you needed?
That's right. So after
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel.
well, which should have been impossible, of course. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. On the way back, after that,
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
because of that
That's the only way we...
So, there, it was never my... But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you...
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
Okay.
Thanks for giving us a
The current problem is that if we want to refute the Hydro... Huh?
Both parties have returned. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating...
At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linny's perspective. As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone in the... Finally, he used the vase to knock her out! At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise. So Linny proceeded afterward. Linny passed the... And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina?
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events. Hmm. According to Linny, Linny went to the room that Linny did not take part.
When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately once he reached the crime scene, had art. Finally, he Paimon did it! Paimon...
In other words, you believe that he...
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's the... Assuming that...
Oh, that...
Well, you're you're saying that he wasn't?
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? That's right! The same clue...
Well played. To think you'd use such lot. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
there have been The deceased's name is Cowl. Linny.
Huh? That can't be right.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowl did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim. The deceased's name is Cowl. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. The sound we heard may have come from a... It would have been tough for both people to fit into that. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. No one entered or left. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. The deceased's name is... It would have been tough for... The deceased's name is Cow. No one entered or... Halsey's clothing was... No one entered or... The sound we heard may... The sound we heard may have come from a clash, but... It would have been tough for both people to... Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. No one entered or left. The deceased's name is... Halsey's clothing was...
What's wrong, Traveler?
I see how it is.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider it just like the trick as it transpired?
If only we...
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 acts. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have... The deceased's name... The vase was not broken by chance.
Paimon gets it! It all... Lynette escaped. If there's a...
How could a person ever be magic tricks?
Even so, the truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may... Since Cal was the deceased, but given that we aren't making much...
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end...
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, guards, please...
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must... We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage. The notebook and the primordial... The note's contents also... The notebook has many, and one of these tubes was... The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely... As such, we...
You gotta be kidding. It's something so ridiculous.
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain...
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean... Wait just a minute. Could that mean...
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order! It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results. But we cannot yet Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic. Guards, Mr. Linney.
Of course. If we uphold this...
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from...
The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped. The rope that held the water tank. Now it seems like the deceased's name is... The water from the I remember there was... Lynette was in the magic box. The deceased's name is... The water from the I remember there was... The rope that held the water... Lynette was in the The water from the I remember there was something else... The deceased's name...
It's in the original plan. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually, and when the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial afterward burnt!
Huh. That actually links together.
Oh dear, what do I do?
Now, it seems his notes mentioned he had an account.
On that note, the guards have... I shall now invite him...
Thank you, Your Honor. And we found an
What?
That can't be. Does this not, my dear? Vinny did not need to take part in having made modifications to the props beforehand. His accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the But upon his return, and cruel, ultimately, he knocked Cowl out. Now, as much as I regret... Am I right, Miss...
We've used up all the evidence. Is this the end of...
Oh no! Seems using the water as new...
I think we've all seen enough now. And we have, I believe, this is indeed the finale. Now then, my... excuse me,
Miss, I must...
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I'll show you an amazing... What in the world is she...
No offense, miss.
Come on now, don't be... But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth? And wouldn't such a Come on, but as the magic makers and stars of the show,
I understand.
And, well...
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait.
To be clear, I was hiding out. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And then, before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to...
Where should I begin? Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. I heard that Linny's show. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. But I was no...
Hey! No wonder you look familiar. Liddy even
Well, and I thought he even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison So I played... I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes. I slipped out after...
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear, had I known that...
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire The strange... The flower vase. Lillian was a...
unexpected out of the blue, Lillian, her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kept hearing the commotion. He did not know that mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect. The two broke with no way of escaping.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons.
At this point, all the events that...
Ah, so bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina. Please, and...
What are you... No, I have no fur.
Wow, look at that!
If there are no objections, then as the the actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowl, with some modifications to cover up any evidence while committing the deed, he also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide. He poured the water. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope, and if all had gone to plan, realizing that there was trouble, Cowl entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked on Lillian according to her own statement. As for Linny, he was in the underground. From this While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated, this case at least. As such.
Great work. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the...
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery?
I suspect that the... I'm sure you know what you must do.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a...
We were supposed to play...
And now that your plan has... Therefore you...
Yes, our boss. It can also be... We've been in...
What?
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness.
An outrage. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
So, we're just going back now? That's...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Linny...
I know you may not want to speak to me, but still... I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any... As for why I'm a that was how Father, who you might know as...
The knave?
That's right. And since we're here, back when our parents first died, to survive, I took my sister, to my surprise, before long, an aristocrat.
So you went from...
That was how we felt, but I gradually... He would
That doesn't seem...
It took a while for me to realize. After one I waited a long time after the answer he gave.
Oh no.
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship. I managed to ferret out the location of the man. All I saw was the...
So...
That's right. Father, I mean, the name, the House of the Heart. I was hesitant, but she was also...
Oh, so that's how the...
She has her own plans. She has gained permission...
So, she...
That's right. Today's case has everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including the knave, has their roots in Fontaine. And we will always, to us orphans...
So, from small deeds like distributing magic
It's alright. I just hope you can... If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find...
Bye, Linny!
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for it?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting... Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now? And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Ah. I see. Sorry.
Don't say that now.
Aw, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new... Sorry. Wait, should we have a...
Huh?
Well, Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of...
You don't have to
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return...
All right, then.
Illusion shattered!
Carving way!
Off we go!
Let's ride!
We cannot just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
Need a surfboard? I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up.
Oh, don't worry!
In that case...
Ooh, everything looks so good!
Why, of course! Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a—
And if it...
Well,
Yeah! Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we...
Oh.
Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the cereal...
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it.
If it hadn't happened right...
Right? Yet it was because... In such investigations, even the smallest... To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have... It's easy to guard against, and which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exist. Those highful... It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a fair... Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
That's true.
I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina.
Yeah.
Well...
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you.
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance... I'm sure Lady I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
That might work, but that's...
Valid point. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of her...
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, why don't we give it a try after...
Huh? No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright!
Is that so? If we're all finished...
Yeah! Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore. Nah, that would be so... Hey, Navia, what...
Oh, nothing. So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're... in any case, I wish you smooth See ya! Need a surfboard?
There aren't many people... Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? That's kinda spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning? Hey! What? Huh? Hey! Traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Vache, are you... No, wait. You seem to be someone else. My memories... How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while... Yes, that is what I was. I do not know how I came to be like... I also remember, no matter... But now... We can no longer go back. No! The thought of me... If you meet Vache, perhaps that is so. As I was... If only I could have comforted him. Told him that I... Is that what you call it? Dissolve. It was a state... I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water. I think I hear your companion. Farewell.
Wake up! Come on, hurry! Navia's outnumbered!
God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand?
Quick, now's our chance!
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you.
I believe that following someone with
Mr. Callus's last wish.
Do not!
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not.
Thank you for your.
Sorry,
Whatever.
I doubt I know much more than you. Your performance to.
And what?
None of these mecha have seen. I can only conclude that some.
What? Your.
Yes. Be careful, and do not.
I will continue.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that.
I know, she's.
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we those Gardamex. Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Chlorand who came out to save us too.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. As such.
It will take.
If it were.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did.
Well, to be honest, you're the one.
Huh?
Yes. All thanks to you. After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases that the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky. Fanta?
So the Fanta?
Yes. So...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the...
Huh! Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. But whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you...
But why would they go after us too?
Well, speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. He said that he heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too. But it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then? Does that mean the primordial seawater...
That doesn't sound like too much of a
new intel?
Well, let's... Oh. Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people Yes, thank you. Oh, you...
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the...
You talk too much. Well, in that, we also have some plans to go over, and hopefully...
Don't worry, you two.
It's right up ahead, but...
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted...
Huh. Very...
I shall find room.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, Traveler.
Need a surfboard? Let's ride! Make my escape. Phew.
Whatever business you're in, you gotta keep up with the changing times.
Make my escape.
If you want to outrun the wall, you need to know how it works.
So, this is your base?
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
After all, we don't... It seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
You're
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to
No. I'll explain it myself. My father's name is Callus. 3 years ago.
Oh no.
But I do at the time, I believed that, but strangely, that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel... How could he protect his honor if he's dead? The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case. That's right. However, I must know what really happened. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death.
Demoiselle.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle. Master Callus did so. Even our supporters decreased greatly due...
Wait! If Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people love watching the evil turn over a new leaf.
But how could... never mind.
There is one other thing.
Oh! Her? Well, then, yeah. That's not the...
Miss Cloran, she knew Master Callus beforehand, and great there was...
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Miss Cloran told us that at the start... Yes, that is our...
Oh, Pop, all right. Anyway, that's the information. Thanks.
Yeah.
Please, relax and get some sleep.
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin.
Paimon gets the but...
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere. I suspect that though—
Does that mean we're too late?
No. There, and that is the archives kept if the— Oh,
so Nerva, in that case—
Hard work is...
Seems like I... Should have just stayed in
still
bed.
fails me.
inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. There is no escape! Shine down!
Free!
There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
Cool it!
You asked for it!
Come on out!
Shine down!
Oh, so sorry.
There is no escape! Illusion shattered!
Cool it!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Gotta dash!
There is no escape! Ha!
Bye! Gotta dash!
Look alive! Illusion shattered! Your mommy teach you that? You're dead meat! Let's get it on!
What's the hurry?
Insolent! Now you shall perish!
Frostbite.
Gotta dash! Make my escape. Ninjutsu!
Shine down! Ha! Ha!
Oblivion! There is no escape! Wind, hear me! Shine down!
Oh, so sorry.
Make my escape.
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
Freeze!
Shine down!
Dodge this!
Ninjutsu! Bye!
There is no escape! Now you shall perish! Shine down! There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! Shine!
Don't push your luck.
Wind! There is no escape! Shine down!
Freeze!
Illusion shattered!
Dodge this!
Make my escape.
down! There is no escape!
What's the hurry?
Torn to oblivion! I swear by my sword! Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! Shine down!
Make my steep.
Barbados, guide us. There is no escape.
Ninjutsu!
Illusion shattered.
Gotta dash.
I swear by my shine down. Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape.
My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorms behind for a better life.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
We mercs have one secret.
Illusion shattered! Hey! Ha! Ha!